You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's The Houstons on our own After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Houstons.
What is up, everybody? Bing is for doing, and we are here doing The Houstons on our own. Season 1, episodes a million.
Right,
again.
I know.
We have episode 9, 10, 11, and 12 to cover. I am your hostess with the mostest. Ow. I got my puff on top again today. Boop, boop.
So cute.
And thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
Corrinne Williams. Holler. And
Hey everyone, this is Ashley Gray, and I'm joined with my amazing co-host.
Well, thank you ever so. Tara Johnson, so happy to be here today. Woo.
yes, so we're back.
LA
We're back.
traffic.
LA traffic is a little crazy because
Yes.
guess what, guys? Tony lied. It does rain in Southern California.
Yes.
All
Or
right.
even the thought of rain
Yeah.
in
We're-
Southern California.
But y'all remember that song? It never rains.
absolutely.
in
Yeah.
Lies, honey, lies. It was raining today, and when it rains, nobody knows how to drive. Right?
No, they don't.
Yeah. So get your life together and your driving skills.
Please.
Please holler. Oh yes, and welcome back from Turkey Day, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving fest, a feast. I was telling these ladies that I don't eat soul food. Don't judge me because I'm black.
Right.
I don't eat it.
But macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, I live for mac and cheese
There
and
you go.
cornbread.
Then that's all you really need.
Yeah, but whatever. So, anywho, so, okay, 4 episodes that we have to cover in like 30 minutes. So, I will just start with Dr. Luck. Dr. Luck's conversation continued on from episode 8 with when they were in the mountains having that cabin fever. When no one really wanted to be there. Dr. Luck came and she pulled rank, basically. Krissy didn't really know her.
Right.
Didn't really care if she was there or not. But then before she left, Dr. Luck gave her some advice, or I don't know, however you want to decorate that sentence. I don't know if it was advice or a good stern wagging her finger to her, get your life together. I don't know.
Well, I didn't take it that way. I mean, I thought she started with a very, Ayanna Van Zantish type of thing of showing pictures and saying, what happened to this girl? She used to be so happy. And I think from there, with Krissy's response of saying, yes, she was so happy, but she's gone through so much, and so much has happened to her, and that type of thing. I thought what Dr. Luck said was probably one of the most honest conversations, or the first honest conversation we've seen really thus far, saying, you just got to get yourself together, and we got to get this girl back. And I love what she said to her about, moving on as opposed to coping, and being isolated as opposed to being private. I thought those were words of wisdom.
I hated that. What did you think, Ashley?
I definitely do agree with you. I think that it was words of wisdom that she definitely needed to hear. And I think that it was very beneficial that it came from an outside source. So it was kind of like, okay, this lady, she's seeing all these different characteristics going on with her, and she just like, you need to get it together. And I feel like it was all out of love, and she definitely needed it. How far Krissy will take it, that's up to her. But I think that her words were very loving and, supportive. So
I guess I'm the odd woman.
I'm
out,
girl.
Like always, when you guys are here, I didn't appreciate her saying to Krissy, like, no, you don't cope with it, you move on. I didn't think that was fair, because you have to take people's journeys for what they are in that present moment, and she couldn't accept that. And I don't know if I would be able to accept somebody saying that I can't cope because coping can look like moving on too. So I was
I
like,
don't, yeah.
why are you here? Five
I don't
grades?
think that she meant like, oh, you can't cope, move on. I just think that she recognizes the fact that she has been coping for too long, and her coping mechanism is to just stand still and isolate herself rather than to, go into. You can still cope and move on. You can do both. So I think that that was just her giving her a stern push in the right direction, as opposed to saying, okay, look, no, there's no crying, there's no this, there's no that. You need to just move on. So I mean, I see it both ways.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm still the odd woman out.
All right.
I'm still going for what I know, and I don't know.
she didn't like her. She did not like Dr. Love.
From the moment
No.
she came on the screen.
Because honestly, I'm like, why are you there? You are Pat's spiritual advisor. You're not the whole family's spiritual advisor.
Yeah.
And you just trying to get some airtime to sell a book.
Yeah.
but Krissy called her Ema. Is that what they
Ema.
call her?
Yeah, they were calling her Ema.
They were calling her Ema. So she was calling her Ema by what, episode 8, 9, one of those ones, right before she left. So there must be some familiarity, or at least she developed it while they're in the mountains or something.
Shoulder shrug. I mean, that lady is like Debo with dreads. Like, she was just like, she probably was like, you better call me this. This is my name.
Yeah.
Get it. And then you saw her at the Sparkle premiere.
I did
Looking
see
like
that.
the Garden of Eden. I was like, what, Dr. Luck, why are you?
Came
I
back from
can't.
South Africa.
I
Now I
can't.
did see that. I did
can't.
notice that one.
I can't. She is tardy for every party that I have going on with myself, honey. So, okay, I guess we can fast forward to Uncle Ray and Krissy along the same lines that Dr. Luck, the conversation, that Dr. Luck shared or had with Krissy. Uncle Ray decided to take it upon himself and step up as, an authority figure within the family, an elder, and pull Krissy to the side and say, yo, what's going on?
Mhm.
What
Right.
do y'all think about that?
I think it's sometimes easier to get advice from someone outside of the family because, when your uncle or your auntie or mom or father, they come to you with some stuff, you're like, whatever, I'm not trying to hear it. So, I mean, I don't know if Krissy really took that to heart. I just think that it was just, he was kind of just wasting his breath.
Really? 'Cause I thought of all the things everyone has tried to say to her and not say to her.
Hmm.
Because I think Uncle Ray decided to take her out after he had the conversation with Pat and said, maybe you need to be stern, or if you're going to be the light, shine on her. That conversation. They talk a lot in code words that maybe confuse me sometimes.
It's not just you.
Okay, so I'm like, they understand each other because I'm a little bit lost. But he had tried to have a conversation with Pat, did not appreciate it. Basically said, you and Gary stay in your lane, let me take care of this. And he took it upon himself. And I think of all the words that everyone said to her, and people have said a lot, that is the one thing she listened to. She was like, he's like a father figure to me.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to swallow, but maybe I need to listen to or at least think about what he
Yeah.
said. And then she at least went to the acting class.
She did.
Yeah.
Who knows if she'll go back again, but you got to start someplace.
Well, what did you guys think about the acting?
Need we ask how you feel?
Take it away.
The acting class? I'm not an actress, so I don't really know
Okay.
how the method gets down. So is that customary or not? I'm not sure how.
I'm moving on. So,
And the silence says it all.
whatever. I was actually glad that she went to the acting class because, we've been hearing that she wants to pursue the entertainment realm.
Hmm.
And so it was good to see her in that environment. So big ups to Uncle Ray Ray.
Yeah.
Big ups.
And
to
she's
Uncle Ray.
actually, I've seen her on Tyler Perry's.
For better or worse.
Yeah, she's not horrible.
Okay. I've never watched the show. Ashley.
I'm trying
I've never watched the show.
work it out a little bit for you, Bobby Krissy, but I'm not getting, all I'm getting is shade. Shade.
The
I got two
shade.
big old trees on either side of me.
Trees, honey, trees. I mean, but she'll do it. She'll do fine if she steadies the course. I believe that. I do. You guys laugh, but I sincerely mean that.
Yeah.
Anywho, so
Some
moving
encouraging
on.
words.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Dinner.
Wow. I don't know which episode number that was, but that was what I really, really wanted to see. Like the interaction between Cissy and
Bobby
Krissy.
Krissy.
You know, and for those of you who don't know or can't remember, Cissy is Whitney's mother, so it's Bobby Christina's grandmother. And we learned that the relationship, as I've been saying, is a little bit rocky.
Right, but what is it rocky or was it rocky for clear reasons? Because I think this whole tell-all book that everyone was talking about, and I loved how Uncle Michael shut it down at the end. Like, come on now. Of everyone who would have something to say, you know, your grandmother would be out there at first, you know, guarding things, taking care of things, shutting it down completely. So I don't know if the relationship is still rocky or was it just rocky at that time for miscommunication or the wrong reasons.
I don't know, but I feel like there is probably a little more merit to it than what we're giving Krissy credit for, because she's no fool. She's a wise young lady, and I think that because you heard her say, well, I've been hearing this from different people. Too many sources is exactly what she said. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I read a couple articles saying that Grandma Cissy is working on this tell-all book to be published by HarperCollins.
See.
And it's slated to come out early next year. And it seems as if it's, you know, causing a rift. I don't think the family knows what's really going to come out of the book or what she's going to say. Some people have accused her of writing the book because she wants to make some money.
You know what? You can never put anything past anybody. You know, like, family will hurt you the most. So I'm not saying that she would or if she wouldn't. And you know how people get older and they just don't care no more? They're like, you know what? I'm just going to do what I want to do and I don't care. So you never know, you know. I would read it if it came
I'm going to read it.
So
right. No tea, no shade.
Speaking of great books, once you get started on your holiday shopping, you can always head over to Amazon.com where you can find amazing, amazing things, such as that tell-all book when it comes out.
Yeah, there's everything on Amazon.
Holler.
Yeah, so before you shop on Amazon.com, make sure that you go to AfterBuzzTV.com, and there you will find the Amazon banner. Click on that, and it will take you directly to the Amazon.com link with no extra fees.
That was a nice segue.
Psycho girl.
You're so fancy. She is so fancy with her pink pants, y'all.
Those are cute. Those are cute. You're welcome.
So back to the tell-all book. I mean, it is shady, and I have to go with Krissy on this one. But I do like how, despite all of the air quotes rumors, low-key truth.
I just cannot think that a grandmother would do that. But then again, I can.
I mean, let's look at it for what it is. They already have a reality show, and it hadn't even been 6 months. Right.
So what would be in this tell-all book? What do we think would be?
Well, I read a snippet prior to the show even coming about, the Houstons on our own reality show, and it just was saying raising a star was like some of the main themes that were coming out of it, and how she dealt with Whitney, their relationship. And, you know, it's just some key highlights. But, I mean, I'm sure, like, she wants to get paid. She wants to be the bestseller. Low-key, I'm feeling like everybody in the family, probably with the exception of Bobby Chris, wants to be a star.
I agree
like,
with that. And
sincerely and wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Uncle Gary, I don't think so.
Girl, Gary want that limelight, too. That's why he changed his last name to Houston. And it's Garland. Gary Garland. Gigi, get your life.
Well, I will say that this is not the first time a mother has written a tell-all book. There's been a couple other times in, you know, Hollywood history. Jennifer Aniston's mom wrote a tell-all book back in '96, and since then they haven't spoken.
She wasn't that popular then.
Right, she wasn't that popular then, and they haven't spoken since then. And then Britney Spears' mom did one also, but she did it more of like how Hollywood and the industry changed the entire family. So it can cut both ways, whether the family agrees with it or, you know, if it tears the family apart. So
it definitely will tear the family apart no matter what, because if some people don't want it published and then others do, there's always going to be that rift. And as long as the book is put out, there's always going to be that rift, because that just cuts so deep. And it's like, really? You did that? Really? Not going to happen. Party over.
Yeah.
So we all have rifts in our family, though. So it's just a matter of
Yeah,
of
but
what we do, what we do with it.
they're not magnified to this degree.
Well, that's true.
We
I mean,
don't
that's
have
100% true.
people
One day
writing.
I'm gonna be famous, but right now I'm not. Therefore, if you want to write a tell-all book about me, honey, it's just gonna boost me. You know, but Sissy doing that, it's like, come on.
She says it's gonna boost me.
It is, girl.
Well, when I get my show, I mean, I'm having my family sign contracts. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so we're back. We're in LA now for the Sparkle premiere. Krissy is on nerves. I mean, really, the whole family is, because this is they get to see Whitney again one last time in her
project.
element.
Yeah, walking, talking, right.
Yeah, and that an array of emotions comes over me, as well as I'm sure them. It's a lot. Plus, they are gifted. I don't even know if that's the right word, but gifted with this whole Grammy museum tribute to Whitney. So that's heavy. It's a lot. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
It was very emotional, but I think that it's something that the family needed. I think that it kind of, in that moment, brought them all together, because they realized that the person that, we all became so close because of Whitney. And sometimes it's that one person in your family that binds everyone together. And I think for this family, it was Whitney. And so now that she's not here, they kind of, are trying to figure out what is something that's going to get us all back together. So doing stuff like that and really going to these different events that celebrate her life and honors her, I think really does bring them together for that moment until that book come out.
Wow. She's going to tell that book come out.
That book comes out.
And then until we go to court. And Cissy sues. Or Krissy sues. Somebody sues. I just want everybody to get better hair weaves. But anyways, so yeah, I don't know. It was heavy. And I definitely commend the family for being strong enough to actually go forth and do the red carpet and, just be there as a light for, Whitney.
Right.
That was like, a little bit heavy for me, like watching it as a viewer. I was like, damn.
Another heavy moment in this array of episodes was when they were in Hawaii and they put the lei into the ocean. So they all went out as a family on the little kayaks, and they played Whitney's music softly in the background, and Honey Child over here was near tears, like, oh my God. I was like, girl,
really,
no, you
girl?
are not. I was like, no, she's not, over here misty eyed.
Really? I said when I was at home, not in the studio, I got a little bit.
We watched it again, viewers.
Girl,
we watched it again, and
over.
she was over here like, oh my God.
Girl, you ain't even know that was her song in the background. Be quiet. Anyway, so let's go ahead and set up Hawaii, because Miss Dramatic Pink Pants over here is not doing it justice. So the family takes a nice vacay to Hawaii.
True.
They didn't invite me. I don't know why. Yeah, what's up with that? Anyways, so they go. But we notice there is tension, some friction. Like something's going on with the brother, sister, lover, cousin union between Nick and Krissy.
Yeah.
And so we get to the bottom of it because Uncle Ray is like, come here, boy. Come on
here,
boy. So Uncle Ray finds out that, hey, they're not smashing anymore.
In Nick's mind.
Nick was like, no, this is what he said. He said, we're back to being brothers and sisters. Oh, child, almost threw up.
What do you think, T?
One side of the story. I mean, he's saying it. He said it, and he seems very comfortable in the fact that, it's just not like it used to be. We got close for a minute for whatever reason, and now we're just brother and sister, even though they seem to be still sharing a room and
smushing.
Right. But again, 3 sides to every story. We've only heard one.
Ooh.
I'm interested in the other 2.
Girl, I'm just interested in it just like all going away because it just disturbs my spirit greatly. And this is the thing. Like, men are still men. Like, at the end of the day, he took your snacks, Krissy,
Ate
and
him.
now he don't want you. Girl, you kick him out of your apartment, get your matching car back, and your party's over.
Right. We'll see what happens. I'm very curious for next week.
Girl, no.
And even after, the stories after.
I'm so tired of them. Like, I just want it to be done. So let's just, I guess, anything else you guys want to touch on before we go into the news and gossip?
No, I think
That was a really brief, high level overview of the 412 episodes
Right.
that we had to cover
did,
in
yeah.
the allotted time. But I know that Ashley has some gossip, and I have a little.
AfterBuzz
Do you care?
TV News.
Just have a little news. Nothing big.
Okay.
All right, so according to MediaTakeout.com, yes, I do read MediaTakeout.com.
Ratchet.
You are not alone.
Ratchet.
You're not alone.
You already called me Ratchet.
Oh, that's right.
Anyway, so according to MediaTakeout.com, Bobby Krissy and her brother are no longer an item. And so, you know me, I had to do some investigating, so this is what I did. So on MediaTakeout.com, it shows a little screenshot of their Twitter account. So I went to their Twitter, and lo and behold, it did say, you know, from Nick Gordon's, he said that, you know, me and Bobby Chris or whatever, he said, are no longer, we're still close, but we are no longer engaged, we're no longer dating. And then so I go to Bobby Chrissy's, and she's like, you know, just basically just so emotional and saying, yeah, we're not close, this is crazy, I can't believe I'm gonna just be by myself, it's time for me to be independent, blah 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 blah. You get the drift. So they ain't together no more.
That's a lot. I can see the difference between the two of them because I can only imagine in her mind feeling as if she's lost one of the few people, especially when it comes to men. You know, someone who's close, someone she thought she could count on, now he's gone. Breakups are painful for everyone. This situation may just be, you know, a little bit more painful because it's also being played out in front of the world.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, being a young 19-year-old woman back in the day,
Right.
I had a first love too, and he just ripped the aorta out of this heart, out of this flesh and blood,
is
honey,
that?
and pumped it. And so I was really sad, heartbroken. So I can relate,
Right.
but
Yeah.
not no more. I'm a man eater now. No. What's your news and gossip, girl?
No. I don't even. I just have information
Oh,
because
okay.
it seemed as if the Grammys Museum. I didn't even realize they had a Whitney Houston tribute at the Grammy Museum. I did not know.
Really?
I did not know
Okay.
that, and so I looked up. You know, the different parts of it. To anyone's going to be in the LA area, it will be up until May of 2013. I plan to
Nice.
check it out ASAP myself.
Holler, get your life. And so my news and gossip is, remember when you reported out that Bobby Chris had a little fender bender in her apartment complex?
Right, the second one.
Well, hey, this is accident number 3.
Wow.
She rolled down a bank hitting trees, and the car is all jacked up.
Is this
Yeah.
the matching car?
Yeah,
The
this-
matching car,
She need
yes.
to take he need to take his.
Girl, she needs to get his repo. But anyways, so yeah, she got in an accident, hit a bevy of trees. It was like in some bank, like somewhere in Georgia.
Right.
You know, all those dusty roads, country roads out there.
Hey.
And
we have paved roads now. Thank you.
okay, girl. And so yeah, they said they did a report. No drugs or alcohol
Okay.
were involved. And
Well, what is up then?
Bad
girlfriend
driving
just can't
skills.
drive.
Seems that way.
Low
Too many
key.
chauffeurs growing up.
And she just needs to stick with the driver, Bobby Chris. You got coins, girl.
Right.
Stick with Uncle Ray. He used to drive your mama around. Anyway,
All
so
the
yeah,
time.
that's it. So let's move into our predictions.
Wow.
That's so fast.
So fast.
AfterBuzz TV.
Starting with Tara.
Wow. So I have a question. Is it correct? Next week is the season
Yes.
finale?
Yes.
Wow. So my prediction is I want to see how this Bobby, Chris, and Nick thing goes down. I mean, I saw from the previews it's not going to go well, but I predict a lot of tears from Bobby, Chris, a lot of joy from everyone else in the family.
Yes. That's a great prediction.
So I'm predicting a little bit more in the future. I think that they're probably going to get back together. Brother, sister, girlfriend, boyfriend. I mean, let's face it. I think so. No matter how disgusting it may be, I don't think that it's over. I think that they're still, you know, spending time together, and eventually they're going to reconnect on a not brother sister level. And, you know, I'm not saying they're going to get married, but this isn't the end of them. Come on.
That's
No.
interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Well, my prediction is that she will gain some strength, take her car back, put him in a homeless shelter, and go on and be on the new Tyler Perry show and get some vocal lessons.
We can.
Anyways, that was our time for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely appreciate you tuning in and watching and hearing our voices. Y'all can go ahead and continue the conversation. Continue to download, subscribe for free on iTunes.com, comment and rate, and hey, tell a friend. It's all free. You can follow me on Twitter at JustSaying08, and they're still laughing at me. And follow me on my blog, JustSaying08.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley Green. You can always follow me on Twitter at TweetNinaMarieG, and you can always follow me on Instagram, and that's Nina Marie Gray. And as always, Facebook. So add me as a friend, and I definitely will accept, and we can connect on there.
Well, I'm Tara Johnson. It's always great to be here. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at TJ Path to Passion. And if you want to do some business connections, I'm on LinkedIn at Tara T. Johnson.
That's
So
right.
great to be here.
Oh, yeah, I'm on Instagram too. Just saying 1908.
There you go.
Holler.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.